We talked about going out and looking at the whales, the dolphins. We're going to talk now about what happens when you decide you want to run a marathon. Joining us from the Register building in Santa Ana, the columnist for OC Outdoors for the Orange County Register, David Whiting. David, nice to have you with us as always.
Thank you, Ed.
Hey, the people, everybody talking about the LA Marathon, but you have a story on someone that chose another marathon. What was going on there?
Well, I think I might have found the fastest man in Orange County. As a matter of fact, you could argue about that, I guess, forever as to what really defines that. But at least on Sunday, this guy was the fastest man. I checked out the Los Angeles Marathon, and he handily beat any of the runners from Orange County. In fact, he posted a 2:32, which is smoking, and this happened to be at the Napa Valley Marathon up there. He'd run LA in the past, and Juan Ramirez, as you can see here, running this particular marathon just on Sunday up in Napa, is just an amazing athlete. He is 39 years old, which is not particularly old, but if you're talking about elite athletes and people who run marathons, he's definitely also tipping the scales there. Here he's breaking the tape again at that 2:32. Interestingly enough, he really wanted to post a 2:30, and he was a little disappointed in his time.
Yeah.
But for him, it's not about beating other people. It's about the journey. It really is.
Why did he run at Napa?
He'd run LA. That's a good question. He'd run LA a couple of times in the past. He likes the big marathons, but they're tough. It's a lot of people surging out of the gate. He tripped last year. He'd had cramps the year before. He loves the city and all that it has, but he was just in a little mood for something a little bit quieter, and this one just doesn't have those kinds of crowds. So sometimes you don't have to battle for position and that sort of thing. That's why he headed up there along with a couple of friends from his running club.
And at 39 years old, is there a special training regiment that he goes through that may be different than other marathoners?
Well, yeah, at 39 years old, what he does is he trains like he's, about 22.
Nice.
He runs 7 days a week. He doesn't take a day off. Most marathoners take a day off. Don't do what this guy does. He runs 80, 100-mile weeks. Again, don't do that unless you're like about 22. I can tell you, you will injure yourself. Personal experience. Chill down a little bit there. But the guy's in amazing shape. He watches his weight. He's dropped. As you can see, he probably wasn't weighing too much overweight to begin with. He took 15 pounds off of his frame, and that really helped his time out and also slowed down his injuries.
How many times you get a ribbon, you might get a gift certificate, something like that when you win one of these. What did he win? What did he get for winning?
That's one of the best parts of this. He's 130 pounds. He dropped those 15 pounds. Remember that? Well, his trophy was his weight in wine. So he's got 130 pounds of wine, totaled about 5 cases, plus a big old bottle with that's kind of substitutes for the trophy there. And the best part is, of course, he doesn't drink.
Of course he doesn't.
Well, what's he going to do with that wine?
He's got plenty of great friends, and they're going to do the celebrating, and I'm sure he'll take part, but he won't be partaking.
Only in Napa Valley,
yeah.
of course.
When he went up, I'm sure he wanted to win, but many times, 39 years old, the competition you have, you don't know what's going to happen. How did he react when he actually wound up crossing first?
He was battling out toward the end there. There's a bicyclist that goes with the first place person, telling them, because they have no way of knowing how close the second place person is. You can kind of pick them off as you're going along the race. Well, he felt terrific when he did run, because the main thing for him is he did his best, and he sure knew that he did that. He was pretty winded by the end, totally out of gas, and he knew that if the guy who placed second passed him, that would have been it.
Yeah.
Very interesting, David. Thank you very much. It'll be in your column, OC Outdoors in the Register. We appreciate you joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, David.